Hey, Sagittarius. I didn't realize my chips were still out. Sorry. I was eating lunch. Meditating on your energy before I do this read because I knew I was going to do this read here. I'm sitting out by the water, but it's very close to a road, this location I'm out today. And I was sitting here meditating. So it's not as quiet as my other locations, which in my Libra reading, I think every siren in the world was going off. So there might have been a message in that in the Libra reading. But this is you, Sag, today. And as I was meditating, when I got done eating, I sat here and shut my eyes for a little bit. And I was just kind of listening to the sound and feeling the breeze. It's crisp out here. It smells good, a little fresh. Not hot, comfortable. However, there's a lot of traffic on this road. And I was noticing the sounds of the different vehicles. And I just got this feeling like, wow, it's so busy out here. Just a busyness going back and forth. It seemed like every time you get a little quiet and get a little peace, something else just plows through the wall, you know. And also I heard something's going unnoticed. Okay. I got the word snake in the grass. And I guess it was snake in the grass because I'm seeing where this tree kind of had a limb fall off of it. And I noticed how high this grass is around here. And I heard snake in the grass, snake in the grass. And then I started hearing that song by Cage the Elephant, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. So I decided I would do what I do. All I was hearing was the chorus. And then I was compelled to read the lyrics. I'm not going to read all those to you, but I'm going to tell you this. The first verse is about an older man that approaches a desperate, pretty young woman who's prostituting. She propositions him for a service. And I guess he passes it, and that's the signification of innocence stolen. Out of desperation, this young lady was having to do this. And she goes into the chorus, apparently. The response to him asking, why do you do this to yourself? And then he goes around the corner, and he gets robbed at gunpoint. And he asks that person, why do you do this to yourself? And they go into the chorus. But the last verse was very compelling to me. The most compelling, I'd say. So I wrote that one down, and I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to read you the chorus. And then you could take from that what you will, and then we're going to pull cards. All right? I'm Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe. If you haven't already subscribed, liked, and shared my videos, please do so. I'd appreciate it. I'm finally over 1,000. Woohoo! Thank you to all my supporters and those of you who have emailed me for readings. Check your email. I tried to get back to all those this morning. I'll be with you shortly. If you've ordered, I haven't checked back to my email, but go ahead. And if you're interested in a personal reading, they're $35. They're usually about an hour or so. The instructions are in the about section. So let me get back to this last verse. It says, I saw a preacher man in cuffs. He took money from the church. He stuffed his bank account with righteous dollar bills. But even still, I can't say much because I know we're all the same. We all seek out to satisfy those thrills. And you know, if you think about that, Sagittarius, how true is that? All this busyness we got going on, it's a feeling of back and forth, and there's never quite enough, is there? We've created a society that has put us in disparate situations many times. And there's a lot more people in society that are reaching a place of desperation nowadays than there ever was. Yet we still sit here and we're judgmental of people that are around us. And You may be facing some type of opposition. God forbid you're the one that is putting that type of pressure towards somebody else. But being judgmental ain't going to help none of us either. Snake in the grass, they'll lie to you or whatever. But what I want us to start looking at is not, yes, people need to be held accountable for the actions that they take as adults. But we need to start understanding or being able to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes for just a moment, because we don't know where that person came from. If you want to know the key to forgiving someone for their trespasses, you got to be able to be a little diplomatic. What led you here? You think of the worst thing you ever done in your life. Then you think about what brought you to that point. That was the major question in this song. What makes you do this to yourself, Sagittarius? So you think about the worst thing you ever did in your life. And ask yourself first, what made me do that? Think of the fundamental things, write them down, and then I want you to think back a little further. How did I get myself in that position? And then I want you to go a little bit further, just a little bit. And I want you to write down the worst thing somebody else ever did to you. And you may have never asked this person that, but I want you, have you ever heard of the concept of reading out of context? Or using context words in a sentence in order to try and put together what the meaning of that is without actually hearing somebody communicate it to you verbally. Have you ever noticed the difference in the communication of something that you articulate verbally to someone and then the way it comes out in a text message or an email? The way that it's communicated is important, right? Well, if people leave things out, then the way or the key to understanding the hows and the whys is to pay attention to the behaviors around this person. What did they physically show up in the world doing? What's the evidence that you're looking at around them? And what is the evidence of their spirit? How do they show up in the world to you? And how do you witness them showing up in the world to others? There's a whole lot of lip service that goes around. But what kind of feet or boots do we have on the ground? I just ask you to make judgments based on not just words, but actions. History does repeat itself, and it's okay to base a judgment on your next decision depending upon how someone behaved in the past. However, if you choose to make a decision to work with someone, around someone, or wait on someone based on words that they say or promises that they are making that they'll never do, that they've changed and that they'll do, well, that's a risk that you must take. Because if you don't have evidence of their behavior changing in any way, then you have to take the responsibility for taking on the risk of continuing to work with them anyway. So the power is yours and the ball is in your court. Things may seem busy. There may seem to be a lot of pressure right now. That's what I'm feeling. And it might be busying around and it's kind of a hard time, pinning on where they need to go, if that's what you're trying to do. But you just let somebody do what they're going to do, and they'll show you what they really want to do. Boots on the ground, boots on the ground. That's all I got to say about that. Now, that opening is 10 minutes long. Let's get to your reading. I'll timestamp that because some people don't want to hear my mouth. And I'm good with that. But you might miss something good. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. For our Sagittarian collective now. What messages do you have for them revolving the relationships that they're dealing with right now? What's going on in their lives and what kind of spiritual growth do they need? Or advice? There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Oh, I didn't read that part, did I? There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I know I can't slow down. I can't hold back, though you know I wish I could. No rest for the wicked till we close our eyes for good. 11:11. As soon as I looked up when I finished that. How about that, Sagittarius? There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. Ain't nothing in this world for free. What does Sagittarius need to look at? Spirit, angels, ancestors. That fast. Seventh chakra, that's the crown. That's up here. That's, I'm pretty sure that's the crown. Oh, here they are. Let's double check. Let's make sure I'm right. That's the 41 card. It's the 5. Now, let's talk about what we say about the number 5. Somebody might feel left out. They might feel like they're doing something alone. They might feel like there's a loss of some kind sometimes when it's the number 5. The feelings and emotions around those feelings are important. The 5 of Wands, there's conflict there. But all that goes on within that number 5, and the thought process around it will instigate us. It's a tap. I call it the tap. Not the clap either. It's the tap from Spirit saying, hey, you need to look at this. You need to look at this. That's why this 41 card, the 7th chakra, is about spirit connections, intuition, and inspiration. You wouldn't automatically think that something, hey, it's turning pain into wisdom. It's turning lessons into wisdom. Things like that, okay? Well, if you don't have some type of friction like that in your life, then Spirit can't get your attention. So if everything's just smooth sailing all the time, if you don't have, in the midst of chaos, if you get comfortable in chaos, Spirit will bring dead silence. You ever tried to sleep with a fan on? You got used to it. The fan's running 100 miles an hour, and you just can't seem to sleep without that noise. As soon as somebody unplugs that fan, you wake up like an alarm clock went off. That's what happens. Well, when you get used to things being too quiet, and the snake slithers up in the grass, something might shake it up. The angel of love is here. That's it's like there's a whole lot of love in the maintenance phase where everything feels like it's just moving along, right? Moving along with the busyness. There's a lot of community support here. Or there seems to be a lot of celebration or a lot of hanging out. That's the number 7 card. It's more of an investment of time is what we're looking at. There may be somebody you love that you've invested a lot of time in. And you may be getting messages from Spirit about that. But you also may be torn about it, because right below it is another 7 card. And here is a Leo card on the, I don't know why I'm still pulling these. And that's a 5. 5. And 2 7s. So we're talking about time invested, love for community, and we're also talking about spirit connections, intuition, and something that might be an inspiration to us. So, okay. Never mind. I guess we're using light seers. I thought I was going to use that, but I heard, nope, get the other one. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. All right, for Sagittarius, spirit, angels, ancestors, guides. Be careful of walking straight out of one lesson right back into another deceptive thing. This came in as a side note. It fell out of the deck over here. You learned something in your past, Sagittarius. You done been there and done that. And you're just now getting through that, and now here you are following somebody who's sneaking off with their knife into the night. There's a lie, there's a deception here, snake in the grass. And here's that 7 of Swords, right on the back of 10 Wands. I'm going to leave that sitting over there. 2 of Cups. Something about a partnership or connection here. Celebration. Somebody's in the spotlight. Somebody's being noticed heavily. They're very supported by the community. There's the community card that was up in that message here. What brought us here? What's the recent past for Sagittarius? There used to be 3. There was a lack of judgment around that. You might have took 3 people out of the equation. We're making we're going from 3 to 2 here, but there's 6 crossing. Six fire signs, 2 water signs, and an air sign. Or we're no longer celebrating with someone. There wasn't a judgment made about that. Nobody looked into it any further. And now there's two left. There's a partnership here. Two people working together. For two people, it's about love. For the rest of them, there's a whole lot of fire energy there. It's passionate. They're all great starters. There's no earth energy here, though. It's passionate. It's loving. That's fine if we're friends. There's no grounding to this. It's all up in the air or in the water. Air and water. So it's either going to evaporate or it's going to make rain. It's going to create more water. You get it. Two elements exist here. Oh, there's fire. That'll definitely evaporate. Because there's more fire than there is water. We're actually in the negative with cup energy here. Because we started with 3, we lost 3, and we gained 2. So that means we're still in the hole by 1. And somebody's not using their head about it too much right here. But there's a lot of celebration. Everybody's happy. Good time. Yeah. There's a deception. It's a lie. Somebody's being a snake in the grass right here. From this view, without this, and without the intel that I got from the download, this reading would look like that we cut out a third party because of a lack of judgment, and then we're coming together in a 2 of Cups with somebody, and there's a lot of celebration about it. But no. There's a lesson that we learned here, and there's still a lie on the table. Somebody is sneaking off, and everybody's going in this direction away from this. Remember what I said in the download. Also, the intuition was a card here in the energy cards, okay? Here was a little bit of cup energy, but we had Cancerian energy and we had Leo energy here. And we also had a Libra right below that. No balance. It was in the reverse. There's love of community, and somebody's intuition, messages from spirit are on fire. And this is a confirmation of that. For Sagittarius, what is the hope and dream here for Sagittarius? We want to run an empire. We want to have teamwork. We want to make a plan. Virgo, Aries, Taurus, Libra. Happy, happy, joy, joy. That's the hope and the dream. We want to stand our ground. We want to be strong. We want to be in our masculine energy. Make a plan. Carry the light to the future through the darkness. What's the fear? There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Oh, we're afraid of showing a new opportunity again, throwing caution to the wind, and we're also afraid that there won't be no movement. There's Cancerian energy again. We're afraid we can't travel, we can't go somewhere, we can't make the trip. We also may be afraid of doing something by ourselves, and we just feel like we're throwing it all away by doing that. What's coming up in the near future for Sagittarius in this energy? The projected future. King of Pentacles. So this guy, he has enough to share with everybody. He holds his own. I love this depiction of it, though. He seems pretty happy with his nice, pretty dog. Hanging out, looking at his pentacles. Just relaxing. This is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. He's also happily looking over here at this completed thing. The lessons that we learned. And watching somebody sneak right off. He's sitting there like, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Or he's having a good time watching somebody in this shenanigan. This person is glad that this person is walking away with their tail between their legs. In this depiction of it, I see a very selfish person. Arrogance. What else? Who's that? Sag? Sagittarius in this depiction looks very, very stern. Looks like he needs all the patience in the world on this one. I just now noticed that the moon's on one side and the sun's on the other. Like the yin-yang. Just sitting there trying to get balance. But of course the angels are here. When Sagittarius energy is here, that temperance, it takes your intuition, your spirit guides, to allow you to keep your patience for some BS. Show me an outside influence, Spirit. You got a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's a feminine Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I think this was in your last reading. Somebody ain't acting right. Somebody don't want no help. They refuse help. Or they have the ability to help. Or they have the ability to be open to receive, but they want people to give to them, but they don't want to give to others. Stingy. They can. They won't. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Or that's you. But you're not an earth sign. You're a fire sign. So are you dealing with Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn? Because I see the masculine Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn up here, but the feminine is not open. Person running away, and this is a feminine. The person over here is a feminine. There's a bunch of feminines that are dancing over here. Sagittarius is masculine. Cancerian is masculine. The Emperor is masculine. What else? The World's here. That's the 10. Cycle over. Game over. KO. Any advice for Sagittarius revolving around this reading? There may be some conflict coming up. Remember those fives? They were in the pre-shuffle or the oracles. This is conflict with others, Sag. You need to look out for that. It's going to be a lot of fire, passion revolved around that. There's a whole lot of defensiveness here and one person falling. People are trying to climb on top of the other one to get to the top. They're just pushing each other down in this depiction of the Five of Wands. This is about power and control. Who's more powerful than the other person here? Any advice for Sagittarius about this? You're going to drop. Somebody needs to drop. They need to stop partying, stop celebrating, and stop overthinking this. When you recognize this conflict, don't overthink it. Don't rationalize. Don't celebrate with it. Disengage is what I just heard. Pull back. Disengage. Anything else? I just heard look at the bottom of the deck. We're trying to keep this tower from falling. You can't stop a storm, but it's avoiding transformation. You got to take the blinders off. Somebody does not want to look at this at all. It may be an air sign. There's a masculine earth energy slowly walking away. It's like you're coming up behind this deception, but you're the one bringing all the pentacles. There's an air sign trying to get away. Earth is making the money. You're going to get a message about this, or someone will. It'll be really fast, and this is talking about somebody running as well. Everybody's going this way. That's the future. There may be a Pisces that's not listening to spirit at all here, or they're talking too much. A Scorpio is in the shadows. There's death and rebirth here, though, the 13th card, and there's definitely a toxicity or a Capricorn. I feel like this is energy, but you put that where it belongs. Somebody is the puppeteer, and somebody is getting led around by that. He's real sexy, tempting, yes. There is a snake in the grass. There is a toxic situation here. It may be with a Pisces, a Scorpio. There's definitely Libra energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Aries, Taurus, Libra. Virgo. Something about the house is not going correctly. So, beware of that. Let me get you some animal oracle advice about this Sagittarius. I'm not crazy about this reading. I feel like it's a warning. You need to watch your surroundings, Sagittarius. I feel like that there's a lot of... I feel like that this is something that you're trusting, and I don't want you to get blindsided. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, any animal oracle advice. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say the word oracle. It's like I need to slow down for it. My thumb got slick. Hold on. For Sagittarius. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Remember, I heard all this busyness back and forth. If you rest, then you can hear your intuition better, because this person right here, they can't hear it. There's too much commotion going on. Sometimes that's on purpose, especially if you got a snake oil salesman. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. My little honey natural bee. Come on down, give me some sugar. Give me some sugar, little honey bee. Don't be afraid, not gonna hurt ya. I wouldn't hurt my little honey bee. Yeah, she calls me Queen Bee. She likes to buzz round my tree. I call her Honey Bee. I'm a man in a trance. I'm the boy in short pants when I see my honey bee. But I've got something to say. Yeah. That's by Tom Petty. The words I just sang might be something to you. Think about that honeybee, okay? They'll sting you. They will freaking sting you. There's a fear factor there in that song. It's enticing. They're sweet. They have sweet products, don't they? Come on down. Give me some sugar. Even if they do sting you, you've got to be compassionate and forgiving, right? Anything else for Sagittarius? Act on the opportunities that are before you. You need to make a commitment without equivocation. All right. I've been doing these, for those of you who don't know already. They're by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. It's called Mediumship Deck, but for me, it's spiritual development. That's all. For our Sagittarius collective, what messages from this oracle for their spiritual growth does Sagittarius need to hear this week? For my Sag collective, what messages do you have for Sag? The Wonder of Colors. Rainbow. Alright, let's see what this is about. I've never read this one. Everything is made up of energy, which constantly moves and vibrates. Constant moving. Even colors vibrate to their own unique frequency. So treat the world around you as your own personal art school as you begin to learn and practice how to bring color awareness into your life and spirit. Colors can be a tool as you develop and evolve. The 7 primary colors are the same colors as those of the chakra system: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Colors are not only beautiful to look at, but they can help you with your clairvoyance, symbolism, as well as feed your creativity and your imagination. Pay attention to the colors of someone's aura. That can help you identify aspects of people's personality. Colors are everywhere. Breathe in the wonder of nature's colors that can be found in its forests, meadows, flowers, and mountains, as well as the sky. Let that color fill your spirit as it infuses and energizes. Notice the different hues and surround you and focus on new color each day. Be aware of how many times your choice of color appears throughout any one day. Once you understand and educate yourself about colors, you will never look at them the same again. That's pretty cool. But I've noticed myself, I pay attention to colors as well. For me, if I see a lot of red, It's an indicator that there may end up being a lot of hostility around me pretty soon, or it's a sign that it's coming, or somebody may get hurt, have a health issue that revolves around blood, or a heart. It's just about love. It's cup energy. It's emotions. And it can be passion energy. Blue. Blue is serenity to me. You know, the color blue, the water and the blue of the sky is a more serene feeling. White is clean. I think of the cleansing of myself and just cleaning anything. It makes me feel vibrationally clean, and it makes me feel like cleaning out old things and bringing on the newness of things. Green makes me feel abundant. Different hues of green, and then when you mix them together, think about things that way. And notice how many times you see certain colors. If one color is more prominent one day than the other, they're going to stick out to you. You're going to notice them, and that's going to come to your mind. So that's something cool to do. But Sagittarius, that's your read. I hope it helped, whatever's going on in your world. Remember, beware of the honeybee, and for sure, be aware of the snake oil salesman, the snake in the grass, and get some rest. Because there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. Take time to rest and recuperate. Get out in nature. Just don't let that goose bite you. Much love and light to you, Sagittarius. And until next time, like, share, and subscribe.